What is going on, everybody? Man, King Recon here! Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special day. Today is the anniversary. Today is the birthday. Today is the day that 12 years ago, the legend, the man, the myth, the man that I'm telling you, if I could ever meet this man, I would hug him and I would just tell him thank you. Today was the day that in 2003, Hideaki Sorachi created the series that I love so much, that all of us love so much, in Gintama, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be part one of a part two anniversary special that I have planned for today. Part two, I'm probably going to release it later on in the night, but as soon as I got home from work, man, I was like, I got to do this video. I'm super excited. So without further ado, guys, this is going to be my little sort of analysis, well, not really analysis, just my overall thoughts on why I believe that the opening Beautiful Days is very significant and very important to what is going on in the Gintama series right now, and I'm going to also talk about why I believe it was the perfect opening for this arc, up until whenever the Does opening gets here. But before I get into that, those bastards ain't getting me again, so let's hit it with that disclaimer, son! Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So now, getting that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the overall, let's talk about the significance of the opening Beautiful Days. Now, even though many people in the Gintama community over here, especially in the West, aren't particularly fond of the song, which I completely understand, we must all admit the significance and importance of the opening for the Gintama series. So we see that Beautiful Days shows all of the old memories of the Yorozuya, and it also shows, all their quirky moments, and it shows everyone in the series as we all, know and love them for. And is mainly lighthearted and fun. We see that when the Shogun assassination arc episode aired, Sunrise changed the last 30 seconds, and this is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why it's very important is because, well, first, let's go into the first three transitional sequences whenever it says, and jump, 1, 2, 3, go, before I get into that, let's talk about the jump part, alright? This is very important because this opening shows the transition from what we know Gintama to be into what it's going to become. The first three transitional sequences shows Gintoki as a child, then him in the Joy War, the Shiruyasha, and then we see him now. Now, this sequence is very important mainly due to the fact that these are the only still screenshots in the entire opening. Because there are other moments where they might be standing still, but it's still either in an animating background or they themselves are still moving. This is the only still shot that's like a picture in the entire opening, both of these shots, the one of him as a kid and the one of him as a Shiruyasha. The reason for this is because we only ever get to see flashes of his past. We always stand still and slowly move forward about knowing more about Gintoki's past. So with this starting off the opening, it shows as a transition that we will get more of his past in this arc. And this is confirmed with Gintoki getting serious and swinging Lake Toya, which immediately transitions into the brand new sequences and little things that we got in the new opening. Or at least in the last 30 seconds of it. So then, of course, the beat drops, and we go through all the days of the week, showcasing the slow transition away from comedy. Away from the Gintama that we once knew, up until Sunday. And when we hear beauty, beauty, beautiful Sunday, we get to see an important frame of Gintoki switching from his past form into his current form. From he transforms back from himself back to the Shiruyasha and back to himself. And Takatsuki does the same thing. And since now it is no longer a still frame, but there's actually animation to it. It ends off the opening showcasing that we will now move forward in the plot to know more about Gintoki's past. But once we know it, that will be the end of the Gintama we once knew. The end of the beautiful days. And that's why this opening is so important, ladies and gentlemen, because the first half of the opening really shows us, because of course Gintama's always had serious arcs, but it's always returned afterwards, guys. It's always returned back to the awesome, dramatic, sad one-shot slash short comedy arcs that we really loved. It's one of the main reasons why I love Gintama so much. Is because of those short, miniature, either one-shots or mini arcs. But with the opening Beautiful Days, it shows us with the beginning half that, we got that. But as soon as the Shogun Assassination arc hit, and all those new visuals hit, it was showing us that now we're going to see the transition away from that. Now this is the end of the Gintama we once knew. This is the end of the Beautiful Days. And the reason why I think this is so amazing the way that Sunrise did this is because the ending is called Glorious Days. And the thing that's very interesting about this is, in both of them, one is called Beautiful Days, one is called Glorious Days, but they both end the same way, guys. They both end with Gintoki going at Takatsugi, and Takatsugi going after Gintoki. And it just showcases that after we get that, after we know the truth, after we find out the past, that will be the end of the Glorious Days, and that will be the end of the Beautiful Days. But that's it for me, guys. Please leave me your comments down below on what you guys thought about this. Overall, just talk about the importance and significance of the Beautiful Days, because I really do believe that this opening was perfect because it's a perfect transition. And especially since this opening covers the first half of the arc as well, because we're most likely going to get the new opening in the second half whenever like the stuff actually starts going down. Actually, stuff is going down right now, but whenever it starts going down even more. But that's it for me, guys. Have an awesome sauce of a day. Let's go on to part 2 in this huge celebration of Hideaki Sorachi's work. Goat-tama's 12th birthday, man, because it truly is something special, and I'm so happy that I get to be a part of it, man.